Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we are doing Advent Tangles. We are going to be doing 2 days in one, just because of my schedule this week. I won't be available to film on the 10th, so we are going to do days 9 and 10 of Advent Tangles, impromptu Advent Tangles. We're putting those together. So we're going to do another ornament and we need some more greenery. So we'll be looking at evolved vertigo and Shattuck. Now, I know vertigo is kind of time consuming, but evolved vertigo goes a little faster. So I think we'll have fun with that. So we need our basic supplies, your black pen, a number 2 pencil, a tortillon, and a compass or something round to draw a little circle for your ornament. And I also do have colored pencils and gel pens on standby. Hoping we have time to add color. So let's get started. Once you've gathered your materials, and we are going to start with our pens. So for today, we're not going to do the dots and the line to make our frame. We're going to use the entire tile. And we're going to start with our greenery, which is the Evolved Vertigo. And we did some greenery the other day, and this is similar. So we're just going to do, I would say, pretty much all the way to the end here. And I'm going to do a wavy line. And then I'm going to aura that, but start at the point and then get wider towards the end. And then I'm going to turn my tile this way. So with Evolved Vertigo, we're going to work on one side first, and then we'll work on the other side. And it's really simple. Actually, we're making these, it's a more rounded type of petal shape, almost like a seed shape. And then just draw a line down it. And then you come up a little bit. We're just going to do another one. And we're kind of tilting forward a little. And as I get closer to the end, I'm making them a little smaller. And then I'm going to turn my tile this way for the moment. And using the halaba technique, we're going to draw behind. We're going to crisscross these. So we're going to put another one here that goes behind the first one and draw your line through it. Come over to the next one and the same thing. And just keep going down the line. It actually goes pretty quickly. And we're getting smaller as we get towards the end. And then from here on, we kind of fill in where we need one. So I'm going to start at the smaller end this time. And I'm just going to add like a little leaf there. I'm going to add one here. So we're just really layering and putting some leaves behind others. And then we'll do another set. And at this point, I'm just filling in where I see a gap. I'm just kind of adding little leaves to fill in because I really don't want any empty spaces. And that's one side. Pretty quick. So now I'm going to rotate my tile again, and I'm going to put my first row on this side. And again, we're kind of tilting up for our initial set of little petals or little leaves. And they don't have to exactly be opposite your first set. Put a tiny one here. And I'm going to add a tiny one here. All right. And then, because we're working on the opposite side, I'm going to rotate this way. And remember, we're doing the crisscross. Again, we're doing a crisscross. Kind of like making an X. And then we're going to start to fill in those kind of gap-like areas. So you're just kind of looking to see where you would like to put one. Yours is going to look a little different from mine because the area where you have spaces might be different. So all in all, we're putting in about 3, maybe 4 layers in some areas. Let me rotate a little bit. Let me turn that around and take a look. Yeah, I think that's enough greenery for me. Maybe add another little one here. And we can go back in after we've done our ornament and add a little more. But basically that's it for the evolved Verdigogh. It's pretty simple. Now we want to put in, I was thinking just putting in one ornament over here. So let me see space-wise what I have. And you'll have to make adjustments too with your compass just to kind of see what's going to fit in there. So it's a little off center. I think that'll do it. And let me see if you can see that. I'll go in a little darker. Sometimes it's a little hard. I would suggest you do yours lightly, but sometimes it doesn't show up on the screen so well. All right, there we go. Once we have our little circle in there, we can right away draw like a little cap on the ornament, right? And then we can trace over our circle. You're probably wondering how big my circle ended up being, and it is about well, it's just under 2 inches. So yours might be a little bigger or a little smaller, just depending on how much space you had here. Okay. So now we're going to divide up our ornament so that we could add the tangle shattuck. And I'm just going to start roughly in the center here. And I'm just going to draw a curve. And then I'm going to draw a curve the other way. So we kind of have a seed shape in the center. And then we're going to divide the left side in half. And then we're going to divide the right side in half. All right, I'm going to rotate this around because I like to start from the top rather than the bottom. And I am going to start on, I think I'll start Shattuck just by making a curve here. And then we aura that a couple times. 1, 2, let's do 3. And then I'm going to come over here and go the opposite way. And we'll aura that 1, 2, 3 times. And then I'm going to go off of this one the opposite way. So I'm just alternating. Like that. And because this first section we went to the right, for the second section, I'm going to go to the left. And then I will put in my auras. But I'm going off of the first set of lines that we did so that it's a continuation. When we come to our second part here, I'm going to go from this line over to this one. So we're matching up. And it might be easier to work the other way from right to left when we do our auras. We're always alternating. And then here we're going to match up. That. For this one, we're going to kind of come out. What do we want to do? I'm going to go that way. And alternate. Some of the spaces are a little small, so just do the best that you can. And it is a little challenging working in a round shape. I had wanted to do this tangle in October when I was doing pumpkins, but I just didn't get the opportunity. So an ornament is round too, so it works really well for that. All right, turn that around and we have Shattuck in our little ornament. I think I am going to add some, I think I'll add metallic gel pens to that. I'm just trying to think like, should we do metallics or should we do glitter gel pens? While I'm thinking on that, let's color in our Evolved Vertigo. So I'm using colored pencils for that. That's easy. We can start with our center branch here. I'm just gonna make that brown. So now that we have that in there, nice and solidly, we can actually add a little bit of shading. I would only add it along this lower edge here. You can add it on both sides, but I'm only going to add it on the lower edge. And then I'm going to take my tortillon and blend that out. And then we can color in the little leaves. It's really about all you need for shading there. And then I'm going to take the green and I'm just going to start coloring in. I'm not adding a lot of pressure. Just very lightly adding that in. And I'm going back in and at least on these larger leaves on the top, on one side, I'm going in a little darker. And I'm doing that with pressure. And then I can go back in and very lightly add color to these other leaves. This one's kind of by itself, so I'm going to add pressure to that one there. This one's by itself too, so I'm gonna add a little pressure to one side there. Then I'm going to take the yellow green, and with our first leaves, I'm gonna add pressure to that other side there. And once we've done that, then we can add some of this color to our other leaves. I'm adding a little pressure to these tiny leaves over here because I feel like those would be definitely more of the yellow-green color. So we have different variations um, of the green throughout our little branch or bough of greenery there. I wouldn't necessarily call it evergreen like with original Vertigo, but it is a nice little botanical tangle. Um, Very cute. And then we can decide how we want to color our ornament. You can use colored pencils if you'd like. I'm going to use these altitude gel pens. And I'm going to start with the gold colored one and fill in my cap here. And the altitude pens don't come with a silver, so I'm going to use this kind of orangey color. There's no silver and there's no black, so I wish they had more colors. But I'm going to kind of put this kind of like a hook in there. Just kind of put that in there. And you could do that with a black pen too. So put the little hook in there. And then I'm going to take, I think I'll go with the red one. So I'm using gel pens, but you can easily ink this in with a different color. You could do black, or you could use your colored pencils or markers or whatever your favorite medium is. So I'm trying to think if I want these all to be the reddish color, and I think I will do that. I like these gel pens, the metallic ones. I think actually they were only about $5 at Target. So it was a really good deal. So I didn't do any shading on the ornament on the inside just because I'm using the gel pens. All right. And just a reminder when you're using gel pens to be mindful that they take a little longer to dry. So I like these gel pens because they have a really nice they're not glittery, but they do have this really nice shine to them. And it's a more subtle color. It's not bold. Just go down here and fill this in. It's a little hard on the bottom because it's such a tiny area. Okay, we have that filled in. Then we kind of need to decide how we want to fill in these striped areas. And I think I will add a little green. I'm not sure whether I want to put the green in the center or let's see. Why don't we let's just start in the middle here and do this. I was thinking this would also probably look really cool in blue and gold. instead of the red, just having different blues and gold. We can do the top one here. All right. And then we'll come down here. Even me, I'm constantly reminding myself to be mindful of the gel pen. And we're down at to our last section here. All right, I think we're done with our green. And now we have to make a decision. Do we want to leave that white, or you can fill in with gold? And I actually think today I'm going to leave that white because I kind of like it like that. So I'm going to leave that white. I'm going to add just a little bit of shading around the outside of the ornament. Then I'll take the tortillon and blend that out. All right, so we've got a little bit of shading in there around our ornament. We had some shading in here. And I think that's it. We've got our little hook in there and our cap is gold. It's really cute actually. So this is a really fun project. I actually kind of like this evolved Vertigo. It goes much quicker than original Vertigo. And it's cute greenery. So give that a try. If you'd prefer to use original Vertigo, of course you can go ahead and do that. And then our ornament, we have a sweet little ornament using Shattuck. And there's different variations of that. And this was just one of them. So play around with that. It's really versatile and that goes pretty quickly too. And it's a fun one. All right. I am going to put my initials in. Where should I put them? I'm just going to kind of hang them from this branch here, like that. But you could put them in the corner if you'd like, or tuck them in somewhere else. Yeah, it looks really sweet. It's really cute. Make sure to hold it up and admire your work. And I like the metallic. It looks really, it probably looks much better in person than on the screen, but metallics are fun to work with. Glitter would have looked great. Anything would have looked great actually for your ornament. So let me know what you're using. Are you using markers? Are you using watercolors? Are you using crayons, gel pens? Let me know. Right, we'll flip this over because I think it's dry now. Put my name in there. And we are on days 9 and 10. So for day 9, we had evolved Vertigo. And then for day 10, we had I think there's 2 T's, Shattuck. And that's by Zentangle. And this is by Zentangle. All right. So really cute project today, but it is 2 days in one. I will be back on Wednesday. So take your time with this project. Let me know how it goes, and I'll be back on Wednesday with something completely different, but super fun. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Have an awesome Monday and an awesome Tuesday. I'll see you back here Wednesday. And just have fun with this. Just enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it. Every project we do is different and festive and fun, and I really enjoy spending this time with you. I'm just really having a blast. Thank you for joining me, and remember, I love you guys. All right, be well.